Don't call it a
man cave.
I've been here for years.
Okay, I won't.
Call it a man cave.
But it definitely isn't a she shed.
My she shed's on fire.
I know what you're asking. Okay, well then what is it? It's the ChartieSumiSu.com's lair. Which means it's time for another edition of the maintenance section of the videos. So here we go.
Okay, I'm going to show you how to clean your chain and floss your cassette, or as I call it, maintaining the drivetrain. And if there's anything that you do on your bicycle, maintenance wise, maintaining your drivetrain is by far the best thing that you can do. It makes everything last much longer and gives a much more pleasant ride, right? So before I do that though, I got to show you something some might consider obsessive, but I find completely normal. And to me, it's a key on how to do this the most cost and time efficient way. Okay, so let me show you this. And here it is, the rags. This is very important for me anyway. And if you decide you want to do it like this, great. If you find a better way, please let me know, because this has been 10 years in the making here. But what I got is, you know, and I'll use anything that, you know, isn't too disgusting, right? Like, you know, other people's old towels and stuff. I don't know if I'd go there or whatever, but, you know, these are my old bath towels. These are my old t-shirts. I'd probably use other people's old t-shirts and stuff. These are all mine, you know, and you can see I have quite the stack, right? So I prepare them in advance, and, you know, you'll figure out how to cut them up, but just cut them up, you know, the best way you can to get them about that size, you know? And this is the key for flossing cassette, in my opinion. And you'll see why in a second, because I want something about that thick right there, yeah? So then over here, you know, these are brand new, and then they go down in the rank, right? These are brand new, but it's from what was probably a previous rag, right? So these go straight to my rain bike to clean my rain bike and stuff. These ones start out brand new. You know, they do things like clean my saddle. You know, when I start to work on my bike, first thing I do is clean my saddle and seat post before I put it in the stand, right? So it starts out like that, and it just slowly go down. So this one's in the waiting to be like kind of an in-between, and then this one's super dirty, you know, and it gets super dirty from the bike before it turns into a chain towel. And then, like I said before, these are the cassette flossing t-shirts, old t-shirts, and you know, this is an old sheet, so I'll eventually cut that up to be a chain flossing rag if I haven't found more t-shirts, because I like these best, you know? So that's what it is. So you tell me, okay? Obsessive or not, I don't know. It just works. Alright, so here's what you need. I prefer this one, ProLink, you know, as like the cleaning slash pre-lube, if you will. And then I move to, you know, what they'll call a 4-season or a wet lube or whatever to finish. And I just use a little bit of this, right? And this one, it's called Rolls Pro, right? And so this is how long, you know, this lasts, right? I mean, look at this thing. This is the original bottle. I've had this forever just because I use just a little bit of it as a finish. And again, this is Rolls Pro. Actually, a friend of mine gave this to me. I don't even know where you get it. I've never seen it in stores or whatever. But apparently, you know, Team Quickstep rides it. And if they ride it, it's got to be pretty good if you know the conditions that they ride in. But I really like it. We'll see this later. So, and I got, you know, chain cleaning rag, and then the two, because this one's not going to last long enough. This one's already pretty dirty. And then we'll move into this one, okay? Okay, so first thing I do is shift to like, I don't know, 3 or 4 cogs down, and then big ring, right? And I store my bike like this as a holdover from mechanical shifting cables, because the cables don't stretch if they aren't under tension, right? And having it big, so if you're still riding mechanical, you might want to think about that, right? Store it in small. That keeps all the tension off the cable and it won't stretch out as fast. You don't have to adjust it as much. But this is electric but I just still do that because, you know, it's habit or whatever. Right, so, you know, something like 3 or 4 down. Big. And then, you know, I give it a once over like this, right? Just totally dry, just a once over. Something like that. Get in here behind the cassette, or behind the rings. Okay. Then, just straight into this guy. Your cleaning / prelude, whatever. Nice good amount of that. Work it around. Wipe it again. And one more layer of this guy. Okay. Now here's where it gets interesting. And again, I've never seen anybody do this or whatever. I've just done this many different ways, thought about this for many years, and this is the best way, what works best for me, yeah? So you got to spread this application around, right? So I just go through the gears real quick, up and down. And once the small, back to big. Okay. I wipe that and derail. Wipe that one off. Okay. And now the cool part. Flossing the cassette. Let's put you here. So again, I just fold, you know, an old t-shirt cut into a piece. Just fold it once and start in the back. And in the back, you know, you can go all the way to the hub. Right? Oh, and then here's key, right? So to keep this thing from moving, I just hold it with my shoulder. Okay? And then literally you just floss, right? So, and then, you know, to get to a new spot, you're gonna constantly be pulling this back, right? So pull back, floss, pull back, floss, right? So see if we can see this, right? Floss away. Okay, so the next ones, you know, you got to aim a little better. You got to aim in between the cogs, yeah. So I just, you know, get it started till I know it's going to go, and then floss away. Again, you know, keeping the wheel from turning here and pulling back on the teeth and then pulling forward, you know, so you're not hitting the teeth, right? And you just go one set down. Right? And then when I move to small, I do this without the shoulder gig. You know, I just throw a thumb in, throw a thumb in, throw a thumb in, right? Now I go back to the shoulder gig. Ha! And before you say it, what about the last two? Okay, we'll just shift down. Make sure you go down, not up the cassette. Shift down the cassette to 2 cogs. and just do your last two. And this guy's gonna survive till the end. Okay, so that's done. The cassette's done. And then I just do one more, go around with this guy. Oh, and pinch the pulleys. Pinch. Oh, and then I give a wipe up the back here. If it's hideous, give a wipe in here, whatever. And I do actually, we'll use the new guy. I do actually give one floss in here. Like this. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And then, like I said, shake this guy pretty good. And so I just give it like maybe 1 to 2, depending on what the weather is going to do. On my rain bike, of course, I put much more of this, whether it's raining or not, just to make sure. If I'm riding the rain bike, it's probably going to rain. So whether it's raining when I leave or not, I want to make sure there's a good amount. If it's raining really hard when I leave, I might put even more. But I just give it like, and that's it. And that stays. I don't wipe that one. It stays. Right? And then just through the gears one more time. Big middle, shift down, and then back to the small cog, and then I put it away. That's it. You can tell me, go to the Facebook or the Instagram or whatever and leave comments there if you want. That's how it's going to work. I'm hoping all commenting goes on the Facebook and the Instagram. The YouTube, maybe not so much, whatever. But if you don't like that, or if you like it or whatever, let me know. Especially if you don't like it, actually, because I like to see if somebody's got a better way, both cost efficient and time efficient. Thanks for watching.